Good morning, Coloritaville. Today we are going to be coloring Joanna Bashford's mushroom out of her Flourish book. So I hope everybody was able to download that and get that all ready. Morning, Deb. I'm going to wait and let people come in and see how many we have to get going here. I'm glad to see you're here, Deb. Of course, we're going to be coloring this with Faber-Castell's Polychromos. And I don't think we'll get the whole thing finished today, but we'll at least get some of it colored up. Hi, Deborah. That's okay. You know, as long as you're a little bit active in chat, then the bot will pick you up. We're going to have two giveaways today. Thank you very much to Patty Duffy, who has created these wonderful swatch books. We're going to give away a swatch book with the gift thanks book, as well as a password journal. So that's 3 books in each giveaway. And the second giveaway, we're going to give away the Grayscale Colorist, the journal, and a password book. Hi, Patty. Thank you so much for these books. They are absolutely wonderful. You can find Patty on Amazon just by typing in her name, Patty Duffy. You can also find her at some point. It is under construction, but you can always, still join and get updates and everything else on her website at anartigal.com, and that is spelt ANARTIGAL.com. She has a little sign up thing there, which will give you access to her site as it becomes available. Thank you so much, Patty. I'm glad they're fun. That's the best thing about coloring, is it's always fun. Hi, Deborah. God, I'm full of Debs today. Hi, Barb. Thank you so much for that, Patty. Absolutely. Don't put spaces in a web address, but yeah, it seems to be the Deborah Club today, Deb. From all over. Is it getting close to bedtime there, Deb C? Okay, so we seem to have quite a few visiting us today. So far we've got 8 visiting, which is great. Ah, okay, so it's dinner time. And what we're going to do, I'm not sure if you all watched the swatch videos and the introductory videos for the swatch books and the other things, the manual, the journals, and the password book. I did a video on each of these and the way that they're best used. Oh, nice. That will be awesome. And that's just the regular swatch book, Patty, or is that a grayscale one as well, or just this regular swatches? because doing a 120 set with 2 pages is really good for me because I take them out and I put them in plastic file folder holders and put them all in a binder because, yeah, there's just a billion colored pencils that I have. But I love the swatch journal that you put out. It's so cute. And these little flowers, my camera's not being very, very nice today. I'm going to switch you over to the other camera. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. So these little flowers are wonderful. Oh, why is that still on? There we go. For some reason, my camera has a thing about turning on its autofocus when I don't want it on. But these little flower doodads are really nice. I'll be doodling in them this week. I am going on vacation for a few days, so I will be playing in my swatch books and coloring and all that fun stuff. I do have a couple of videos set up to release during the week while I'm away. I'll be giving away these 2 sets today, and keep an eye out for Donna's videos because she also has a set, a couple of sets that she will be giving away as well. So keep an eye on that. You just got to keep watching Donna's videos to see which one gets the bonus at the end. Okay, so I hope everybody has downloaded and printed off the mushroom. Let's go back to this one just for a second so you get the full view. Of course, we're going to do this in the Faber-Castells in the Polychromos. Make sure I have the right pencils out because that would have been bad. Alrighty, and I've lost my chat window. Just a second here. There we go. Yeah, Prismas are fluctuating back and forth on it. Yeah, that's really good. That's plenty of room for the text. I actually like having both parts in the grayscale, like I explained in my video. Having that ability to say, okay, these are my colors that I use for skin tones, and being able to look and say, okay, this is what I would normally use on plain non-grayscale for a light color on my skin tone, but it's not going to be the right color for a grayscaled skin tone. You're going to have to go up with one darker so that you can get that effect that you want. So I like having the extra color chart in the back for those color combinations. You know, absolutely, if you want to put one out just for the grayscales with no doodads in the back, then you can of course do that. You know, they're your books. But I myself, I think that is a great thing to have back there, especially for grayscale. Okay, so I'm going to switch back over here to the close-up camera, and I'm going to turn on my light, and hopefully it doesn't blind y'all. There we go. And I think we're going to start up here on the flowers. Okay. So I think what we're going to do with the flowers is start off here in the center and work our way out. I'm just going to I should have pulled this morning, but I've been so busy trying to get things ready for this trip. So I'm just going to start with the magenta here on these spots. Of course, we'll be ending up going over the magenta with the magenta again after we put the light on top of it, just to brighten that color up a little bit. Tell me if my hand is in the way, because it usually is. I love the books, Patty, the way you have them. But if you want to put out a secondary swatch book that has more swatches available per page, that would be great as well. Same with the grayscale. If you want to put out more that have more pages of just swatch, absolutely. But the way that you have set it up is really nice. And like I said in my video, is I have looked everywhere. I've searched Amazon, I've searched Barnes and Noble, I've searched all different bookstores, and have not found anything that has a grayscale swatch in it. So absolutely love that one. Okay, the next one I'm going over with is Pink Madder Lake. And I'm just going to go over the magenta here. And then I'll go over it again and bring that magenta up. I apologize if this is a bit messy. I miss my light. My cameras don't like my light, so I don't use it. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so just going to go over this. I'm going to try my best to get as much of this done today. What I definitely want to see afterwards is what everybody else finishes off with. I want you all to finish it in your way. So I absolutely love the variety of different colors and techniques that you all use. So, okay. And my camera is washing that right out. Let me see if I can fix that. That's a little better. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's washing it out so badly. I think the gamma's too high. Hopefully that's a little better for you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to take this dark red, this magenta, darker magenta color, and I'm just going to move it up into the pink a bit, into the Pink Madder Lake, just to wake it up a bit. And give it that little bit of veining that flower petals have. Same with down here, you've got a big shadow area here. So most of this area here is going to be in that shadow. So we want to make sure that we put the darker color for that shadow area. Yeah, she's not the marker princess, she's the marker queen. Absolutely. I do have our bot on as well. So absolutely feel free to help us out a little bit with some financial to make sure that we're able to continue with the prizes and the videos and keeping up with content. Okay. And I think that livened that up a little bit. Okay, so the colors that I used on that in the center area and the darker areas is magenta 133 and pink madder lake is 129. Put those in my bucket. And the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to sharpen this pencil, so I apologize. Is this one here, and I'm using fuchsia, which is I don't like these silvery things, 123. I'm just going to do the dark area, then I'm going to go over it with a lighter, and then I'll bring the dark back and brighten up that dark a bit. I know a lot of people say do the light first and then do the dark, and I do sometimes, but if I really want that base area to show more than a little bit, I'll do this bottom area first, and then I'll come back and redo it if it doesn't show as well as I want it to. All right, so the next one I'm going to use is light magenta, which is 117. We're just going to lightly go over and bring those two colors together. And like I said, if we wash out that lower area too much, it's fine because we'll be going back over it just to bring it back to color. Okay. And absolutely, we're not going to be able to get this completely finished today. It will take a while, especially with just straight pencils. So take your time with it. Finish it off and post it. I can't wait to get back from vacation and see them all. I'll finish mine up while I'm on vacation and post it as well. Of course, if you want to and haven't joined us already on our Facebook page, that is the Cozy Coloring Corner at Color Readaville. We'll be absolutely ecstatic to have you join us. Just make sure that when you do join us that you fill out the application form in full, because we will not accept an application that the form is not filled out. Okay. There's a couple of happy little pink flowers. Hi, Deb. We're all just full of Debs today. Just going to lightly bring that darker color up. Don't have to put a lot of color down, just enough that it blends into that lighter color a bit. Okay. One of these days I'm going to do a video just on my blending tools, because I do have some that are a little bit unconventional. And the best things I find. And of course, all of my videos are just my opinion and my techniques. They are not the perfect way to do it, and they are definitely not the way most people do it. So just throwing that out there because, you know. Cool. Yeah, that'll be good to get there. Okay, so now we're just going to take our, oh, maybe not, because I probably already packed it. What a doofus. I was going to take our blending pencil, but I think I packed it. So I think I need to grab another one, and I don't know where they are. I think I need to buy more, so I will do this a different way, because if nothing else, I'm versatile. So you can take your blending pencil. I'm going to use something else because I have packed my blending pencils, and it seems I've packed both of them. And just give that a bit of a blend where those colors need to come together. I didn't really want to use this because it's a little bigger than I needed. And of course, it's going to turn everything pink. Okay, well, I don't have my blending tool, so I'm going to use white. I hopefully won't make it too light. And just blend that line together so you don't have a strong line there. There, that's better. Okay, that's much better. This one still has a pretty strong line though. Of course, if you don't have a blending pencil, you can definitely use your white to blend that. The only thing that does happen when you use your white to blend is it does wash out the color just a little bit. All right. Now the next one we're going to do are these little ones here. And what color should we do those? Yellow or blue? Nobody? Come on, suggestions, people. Yellow or blue? Well, I guess we're going to do them. Yes, both do exist. I think we're going to do them blue. Since nobody has any suggestions. So now you want yellow. Well, fine. All right, yellow. So we're going to use cadmium yellow and light chrome yellow. Now, normally you would use 2 or 3 different colors. These are so small that 2 colors is more than enough. So you're going to use the cadmium yellow in your dark areas. And we'll go back and we'll finish the centers as well in a little bit here. I usually leave them till the end because I usually color the centers almost all the same color. Okay, so then we're going to take our light chrome yellow and we're just going to color that in. That's close to almost the same color. So what we'll do is we'll take a bit of an orangey yellow and just go over where we did the dark, just to give it a contrast, because there's not very much contrast there. And I don't know why that looks orange to you guys on my camera, because that is not orange, that is very yellow. So I've got to change something, obviously. There, that's better. That's better. I don't know why my camera keeps on readjusting itself and changing things. It's really irritating me. Keep on buying new cameras and new cameras and new cameras. I think I've spent a fortune in cameras just trying to find the right ones, and they all seem to not work well for what we're doing because they make the webcams now specifically for TikTok and facial chats and stuff like that. So we're going to use dark cadmium orange instead on this yellow, just to give it a bit of a contrast. Now watch, my orange looks yellow, right? No. And then I'm going to come in with the white. I'm going to sharpen it here. Sorry about that. Come in with the white and just bring it out. Tone it down just a little bit. There we go. Spread that yellow around a little bit. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with the other one. I think we're going to use just the cadmium yellow though, and then the orange, just to give it a little bit of a difference. So we're just going to take the orange. We're just going to do around the base of the flower here. Then we'll go over it with the yellow. Sometimes just going over it with the light will spread out that color a bit so that you don't get that harsh line. But sometimes the color is just too dark and you end up with a harsh line and have to blend it a bit, which is fine. Now we've got a bit of an overlay here. So I'm just going to do this petal a little bit darker just because of the shadow in it. And these ones that are out in the light will do just a touch lighter. If it's noticeable, I don't know. Yeah, it does. There we go. Okay. How does that look so far? Yeah, sometimes you can get them cheaper elsewhere. Absolutely. All right, so this last one, I'm going to actually take this darker yellow and I'm going to go around these areas here because there's a deep shadow there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this dark yellow, trace that area out where the deep shadow is, and then go in with my orange and my lighter yellow just to give that a contrast between the light and the dark. So we use the dark cadmium yellow, I think it is. Yes, the cadmium yellow for around there, and then we're going to go over it with the light cadmium yellow just to give that area in the center a light yellow, and this area here a lighter yellow than that shadow area. Sometimes cameras make it look so much different than it does in real life. It's weird. It's like it's live video camera, like video recording, and it still looks very different than what it does on the paper. Absolutely, all of them are on YouTube. I was actually talking to her the other day and made sure that it was all right for me to do this video and use her giveaway book so that I didn't step on any toes. All right. Yeah, I did it as a color along with Joanna too. I finished this page already once before. All right, so those are the yellow flowers done. Now I think we're going to do these types of flowers with blue, and then we'll do, there's more flowers up there, and some purples. So we need a blue and a white, I think. I think we'll do them blue and white. So we need a dark blue. So I think a Prussian blue or a bluish turquoise would be nice too. No, I think Prussian blue. Prussian blue. Just going to sharpen this a little bit so I get a really good point on it. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, she's been so busy that she's had to stop accepting messages and chats. So you have to actually email her assistant, and she gets so busy, especially with the kids. Kids will do that to you. All right. So I'm just going to take this dark blue and I'm just going around these little daisy-like flowers, and then I'll go around it, over it with the white, just to spread that blue out a little bit. You don't need a whole lot, just enough to leave it dark at the tip there and lighter as we pull that color down. It looks a little messy right now, but it won't in a bit. Okay, so we're going to take our white and we're just going to pull that color down to the end of the petal. Of course, you can do this with the blender pencil as well, but because I forgot my blender pencil is packed, I'll do it with the white. It works just fine. Of course, you get different effects with blender pencils and whites and different blending techniques, so experiment with it, make it your own. Okay. There we go. That doesn't look right there, so fix that up a little bit. Just add a touch more blue. There we go. Sorry about that. I thought I had turned the volume off on that thing. Phone keeps on bleeping at me because I have reminders going off all over the place because I've got things that I'm in the middle of and halfway through. All right, so up here we're going to do this one here, a pink as well, and then these two back here, purples, I think. So we're going to take our fuchsia, and we're going to just have my hand spasm there. And we're just going to do our shadows. And down here. And then we're going to find a really light pink, I think, and fill that in. Let's see. I know we've got some light ones in here somewhere. Where are all my pinks? I think I already took out all the really light ones. Okay, so I think we're going to go with the Madder Lake again, because it seems to be one of the lighter pinks that we have. And just use a very light touch on it. And then we'll go over it with the white pencil to blend it, which will tone it down just a touch and give you the effect I was thinking of, hopefully. The one thing I do like about pencils compared to pens and markers is I feel I have more control over where the color's going, how much color's going down, and how I blend that color together. Don't get me wrong, I love my markers, especially for large areas and when I want to color but I don't have a lot of time. I love doing marker colorings when I only have like half an hour to an hour to color. I really need to color. Okay, so now we're going to take the white, go over that just a touch, spread that color around a bit. And then I think after this pink one, we'll do a giveaway. And we all know how the giveaways work. I'll type in a word or a name, and we'll spell it out, and we'll let the robot go through and pick out who wins. Okay, so see, using that white tone those pinks right down. So we're just going to go through and we're just going to lightly bring this darker pink into the light pink. Don't put a lot of pressure on it. Just make sure that it's a medium, ends up being a medium color. Okay. Okay. Okay, hopefully everybody's all caught up and keeping up with me. Sometimes I can be slow, sometimes I can be a little quick. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring up this wonderful program. Let's see if I can bring it up here. And we're going to do a giveaway. What we're going to do is we're going to do a keyword. And the keyword is going to be Joanna Bashford, or Basford, sorry. And it does need to be spelled properly with a capital J and a capital S. Okay. So if everybody can type that into the chat only once, don't type it in more than once, the bot will disqualify you. So I'm just going to copy and paste it here so you know exactly how I spelled it. Because if it isn't exact, it will disqualify it. So just give me a second. There we go. So if you can type that into the chat, and we'll give it a couple of seconds here, and then we'll run that bot and see who wins the set of these lovely books. It's the Swatch book for colorists and other artists, a beautiful little password journal, as well as a Give Thanks, the 100 Days of Gratitude. These are the 3 books that are being given away right now. And if you win this roll, if the bot picks you, you get all 3 of those books. Okay. Hey there, Viking. I didn't see you slip in there. All right. So I'll give it a few minutes, a few seconds longer here. We'll bring it up to 45 minutes in, which will be in 10 seconds. Then I'll roll the bot. Five, four. All right, here we go. We're rolling it. And let's see who wins. Hopefully it rolled right. There we go. That did not roll it. Hold on. Why did not roll it? Roll. There we go. All right, so Sarah M with 3 A's. If you can send me an email, I will put it in the chat bar here. If you can send me an email with your name, full name, and mailing address, as soon as I get back from vacation, I will get those in the mail to you. Congratulations. I think you're going to love them. All right, so let's do some purples now, I think. So I think we're going to use, let's see here, this one, a violet. And I know there's got to be a lighter one. Da-da-da. Yeah, I think violet and what's this one? Sorry, I should have pulled these earlier. I'm not seeing a light. Well, there's a purple pink, so maybe we'll have to see how that goes. Hold on a second. Let me grab a piece of paper. Actually, I'll just do it down here. See how those colors look together. Well, this violet, light violet here is pretty light, so sorry, guys. So maybe we'll just use it and mauve. Mauve is a good color. There we go. Yeah, they're wonderful. I absolutely love mine. So I've got violet here, which is, oh, I can't see the numbers on these very well. 138, and mauve, which is 249. And the mauve looks darker, so that's what the one we'll start with. And we'll just go in here, color those areas that we want to be shadowed or darker because of frills and whatnot. Just, of course, we're going to go over this with the lighter. So if you do it too dark, don't worry, it will blend out with the lighter purple. And of course, I'm blending with white, so it will even be lighter. So okay. Hi, Jen. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. Okay, so we've got that there. So we're just going to take the white now, and we're just going to blend those two colors together a little bit. And if I find that I've blended out too much of the dark, I'll go back in and I will redo some of the dark purple. Oh, I think that looks pretty good. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to do this purple on the other side as well, but I think we're going to switch up. We're going to do the bottom in this lighter purple, and then we'll do a darker purple. For the flower color. Now, when you do this kind of coloration with the light down below and the dark up above, when you come to a joining point like that, try to be really, really soft on your pencil so that you can give it a light source, a light line where the light's going to be hitting that flower. Up in here, you don't need to worry too much about that because the light's not going to hit that petal up there because all the other petals are in the way. But here and here, especially, there's going to be some light. So you're just going to take the white and start there so that you can blend that out and not change the color too much. Hopefully that made sense to everybody. Okay. Alrighty. So those are our flowers all done. So there's a couple other things that I want to show you. And then, pretty much everything else will be up to you. I think I will just do in the outer part of the mushroom. Leaves are pretty simple to do, so I'll do those up myself. You guys can do up the leaves. There's a couple of things that I have learned that might be helpful with doing mushrooms and things like that. So I need the orange and I need the yellow. So the yellow I'm going to use is cadmium yellow, which is 107. The orange is the dark cadmium orange. Now we also need a nice red and two different colors of red. So deep scarlet red and middle cadmium red. It's a nice dark red. So we're going to use these four colors on the mushroom itself, just to give it, as well as this color, which is Prussian blue. So it'll be these 5 colors will be on the mushroom. Okay, so with this sort of thing, we are going to start from light to dark. And we're going to just color in different areas with the light yellow, because we're going to make them basically like the spots. So everywhere you see a spot here, those spots are going to be white, but we want to put a bit of a yellow in those areas as well. So I'm just going to go around these a little bit. Sometimes you don't need the orange, and sometimes you find that the red just doesn't give you enough of an orange color over top of the yellow. And sometimes you just want it orangey red instead of a yellowy orange. So you don't have to do them all. I just do a few of them on each side. Just put as much of a hue around it that I want. And if I want yellow in between them or in areas, large areas, just fill in the yellow, because we're going to be going over some of it with red, which will create an orange. And some of it we will just go over with a little bit of orange, and some of it we'll just leave yellow. Okay, so we've got some yellow down. Now we're going to take a bit of the orange and we're just going to cover up and get closer to the edges of things. And basically, wherever you put the orange, that orange, most of it is going to get taken up by the red. So, and it will just lighten the red up a little bit. Don't go into the areas that you know you want to be dark with the orange. Like, for example, up under the leaves and that sort of thing. And I do this in areas that I know I want the reds and the yellows to blend together better without giving too much of a reddish orange color. The orange bridges it really nicely. And as you can see, this is a nighttime picture because down here we've actually got a lit candle. So remember that your windows are all going to have a yellow glow showing that there's lights on inside, or a dark window so that you can tell that it's nighttime. I always put a yellow glow. So on my windowsills, I will put a yellow glow as well as around the windows a little bit. Now, if you decide that you want to do a bedtime kind of scene where it's nighttime and everybody's gone to bed, of course, then you would definitely omit that glow and do around your windows in the darker of your colors. If that makes sense. And again, like I said, this is just the way I do things. This is not the perfect way and definitely not the way other people do it. I am definitely not perfect and not professional. Of course, my hand's in your way. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, and I think the red will take care of the rest. So now we're going to take the light red and we're just going to color in everything right over top of the yellow and the orange, except for when we want the yellow to be prominent. And then once we get this color down, hopefully I've got the right one in my hand. Yeah. So this is the scarlet red. And I'm going right over top of the orange all the way into the yellow. just to lighten up that red a little bit and to darken up that yellow a bit. Be very careful going around your leaves so that your leaves don't end up red. Same with your little fruit here. Oh, my camera has turned that entire redness orange instead of red. So I'm going to readjust that for you. Don't know why it does that. That's about the right color. Of course, if you find that you have a lot of white spot or your color isn't completely covering, go over it, but make sure that you build up your layers so that you don't end up with no tooth left to the paper, because we've still got 2 more colors to add into areas here. So and of course, we will be going over and blending it and whatnot too. So once we get all the colors on there, and that will take care of a lot of white spot as well. Okay. This is going to take a while. This is one of the longest parts of coloring this picture is doing the mushroom part. And I probably should have started there today and let you guys show off all your colors on your flowers, but I love coloring flowers. Okay. So is everybody bored yet? And my hand's in your way again. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm going to finish this corner here underneath this area of leaves and fruit, and then I'm going to show you the next color and so forth, and you guys can take that application throughout the rest of the mushroom, because we are getting pretty close to, well, we are over an hour. Wow. So I think we've got about another half an hour left. We've got one more giveaway to do, which I will do at the end of the stream here. Like I said, I am going away on vacation for most of the week next week. So I will not be able to get any of your prizes out to you until about Friday. So just give it a little bit of time. I will send you the tracking numbers from your prizes so that you know when they're coming in. The last time I gave a giveaway, we had 3 winners, and unfortunately, one of the winners never sent me their mailing address. So I was not able to get that prize out to somebody. So if you won something on my last giveaway and haven't received it, send me an email. I will post my email address at the end of this video and in the description of this video. And I know who you are because, I have them all written down. I know that 2 of the people I sent their prizes out to did receive them, and I am so glad you enjoyed them. But one of the people who won didn't send me their postal address, so I wasn't able to get that out to them. So if you have won or do win today, please, please, please make sure you email me your postal address so I can get those out to you. Okay, so we've got that a nice dark red. And we're going to take this darker red and we're going to actually just go around the bottom here and around the fruits. Just a little bit. Because areas with a deep shadow, we're going to use a different color. So just do the areas that don't have a really deep shadow. And if it gets on your other areas, don't worry about it too much. Just don't press too hard. And you can use one of the Faber-Castell's eraser pencils and it comes right off. And I would show you one, but I have also packed that. Went to reach for it, and of course, I packed it. And I knew I shouldn't have packed until after the stream. And I thought, nope, no, I've got the pencils and I've got the pencil sharpener, and I think I'm good. Duh. Of course, when I was packing, I threw the pencils in the bag and thought, well, I need this and I need this and I need this. Of course, I don't think of that when I'm streaming. Okay, so the next thing we're going to use, okay, we've gone over this area here with the darker red, and the next thing we're going to use is a touch of this blue, just in the really deep, deep shadow areas. And it will bring your shadow right out for you. Now you don't have to put a lot. Like I said, this is a nighttime and the light is coming up from below. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to take that yellow and we're going to actually color down here as well. And I completely forgot to do that. So we're going to change this into an orange color right down here underneath this, over top of this lantern. Now it's not a big lantern, so it won't get up above because of the size of the mushroom, but it will get this under area here. And you just come in and put in your shadow. And you can do this all over your mushroom. You can also give dark spots to the mushroom with this blue, or with any blue as well. For example, if you have a little bit of rot that you want in there, you can add that. A little bit of shadow on the edge. And you can add as much or as little as you like. It does give a nice effect. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to take the medium red again, and I'm just going to smooth that out a little bit. Now you don't want to use your white on this to smooth things out. Just take your lightest color, your lightest dominant color, and use it to smooth things out. Or your blending pencil. Okay, now we're going to take the yellow and we're going to go in this area here right above the lantern and the width of the light, because lanterns are going to put out about this much light. So we're just going to take this yellow and we're going to go, and we're going to press pretty hard there just to give that orangey glow area. So it looks like a bit of yellow is there. Now, of course, you can bring it up higher if you like to. But like I said, there's an overhang there. So most of that light is going to be trapped under that overhang. Okay. All right. So far, that's as far as I've gotten. And we're going to do one more giveaway here. And we're going to let everyone finish it the way they want to finish it. And I can't wait to see what everybody does. I'm just going to just extend that a little bit because it's looking pretty abruptly stopped there. That's better. Yeah, that's a little better. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for coming. Okay, so we're going to give one more giveaway. I'm just going to take a second here and get that set up. And this time we are going to use this word. If I knew how to spell. Okay. Copy. There you guys are. Hey, Lisa. Okay, so we're going to use this word. I'm going to hit it into the chat. We're going to give it a few minutes. And this is for the grayscale swatch book. my journal, and this lovely What Is My Password book. And of course, I've got that under the close-up camera, so that's probably completely useless to y'all. All right, so here's the words that we're going to use. So type this in exactly. It's grayscale, and we will give it a few minutes, and then I'll run the bot and see how many, and see who wins the grayscale book. Of course, like I said, I will be away for a little while. So as soon as I get back, I will be happy to get those into the mail for you. Of course, you can support Color Readaville by donating through PayPal. We do have our PayPal link there. Just have to click on the link. It will take you to our PayPal. Any little bit does help. It keeps us with new content coming out, as well as these giveaways and stuff like that. I would have definitely gotten that one. I don't think it's something that they would just use all the little asterisks and everything there. Make sure that you put in the space there, Jen. It has to be spelled exactly the way I have it spelled there. There we go. You can copy and paste it or whatnot. Just make sure you only do it once. So I hope everybody has enjoyed the little bit that we got done here. And I really cannot wait to see you guys finish it. I'm thrilled to bits that I get to see everybody's finished stuff. Of course, if you are not a member of our Facebook group, don't forget to go to the Cozy Coloring Corner at Color Readaville in Facebook. Fill out the application, and we will be happy to get you into our group. We are a very supportive family and love to have you. Also, these books are going to be given away by Donna on one of her videos as well. So make sure that you watch all of her videos to the very end, because you never know when she's going to give it away. And Jen has it. Color Me by Jen has the word proper. Hi, Kelly. Okay. I don't know what an IG is, Jen. Instagram. Never mind. We do not have an Instagram as far as I know. No, I do not have an Instagram. Yeah, it took me a second there. I don't do acronyms very well. Okay, so we're going to let Nightbot roll now. So if everybody has their code words in there, I'm just going to paste them one more time. Excuse me. I'm going to mute you here for a second. I took a sip of my coffee the wrong way. Okay, so we're going to let the Nightbot hit it. We've got 30 seconds more. And then the Nightbot will pick a winner. Is everybody ready? Hi, Kelly. Thanks so much for joining us. Okie dokie. We're going to hit the Nightbot now, and we're going to see who wins. Everybody ready? Lisa. Lisa Sutton has won the Grayscale swatch book, the journal, as well as a My Passwords notebook. Congratulations, Lisa. I definitely want you to send me an email. Again, that's going to be in the chat here, as well as at the bottom of our description area. Okay. So if Sarah and Lisa can send me emails, that would be appreciated. And I will get those out to you as soon as I get back from vacation. As soon as I do get those out to you, I will message you in any way that I can, either via the email that you sent me. No, I want you to email me your postal address. So I put my email address in the chat there, as well as I will put it at the end of the video. If you can email me your postal addresses so that I can get those out to you as soon as I can. Okay, well, I do appreciate all of you coming to visit with me today. I do have so much that I need to get done today, and I will finish this picture while I am on vacation, and I hope to see everybody else's finished up when I get back. That would be absolutely wonderful. Thanks so much for joining us, Patty, and thank you so much for the books. I am quite sure that everybody will enjoy them just as much as I do. Of course, join us on Facebook. Again, that is the Cozy Coloring Corner at Coloritaville. Make sure that you fill out that application in full, though, because we will not accept a application that is not filled out. So with that, I do thank you. I say goodbye and good night. Keep coloring, and I cannot wait to see what you guys finish up here. Until next time, have a great day and a wonderful week.